Sometimes on the paths of history, we come across footsteps whose echoes are barely heard. These are the people whose swords do not make noise, yet their decisions and actions still resonate through the dust of time. Today, we will tell the story of such a warrior, born into the very lineage where unrighteousness took root, but who, through his wisdom and sense of duty, chose a different path. A warrior who believed in standing by the truth, rising above blood relations, and who was not bound by his own family ties. For him, duty was greater than blood and relationships. He possessed pure and virtuous valor, but above all, his heart always stood on the side of truth. His life teaches us that the toughest battles are not always fought on the battlefield, but sometimes by standing against one's own family and blood. This became his identity. This is the 8th chapter of the great warriors of the ages, Yuyutsu. Yuyutsu was born at a time when there was great turmoil in Hastinapur. Queen Gandhari's pregnancy was prolonged, and during that time, King Dhritarashtra had a son born from Sugdha, a maidservant of the Vaishya caste. This boy grew up amidst the grandeur and luxury of the palace. Yet, he was never fully accepted. He was often called the son of a maid, and among the Kaurava brothers, he always felt different. Brothers like Duryodhana and Dushasana would tease him, while Gandhari's compassion protected him and nurtured his soul with affection. This mixed environment of ridicule and motherly love began to spark a different way of thinking within him. Dignity before power, righteousness before lineage. From a young age, he witnessed palace politics, conspiracies, and unjust behavior. It is said that when Duryodhana plotted to kill Bhima by poisoning him, it was Yuyutsu who warned the Pandavas in time. Bhima's life was saved. This incident is clear proof of the nature he displayed in childhood, the courage to stand with righteousness, rising above the injustices of his own family. In the palace politics, he was often seen alone, but this loneliness did not break him. Instead, it forged him. He became stronger and calmer than before. The cruelty of the war council, Draupadi's humiliation, and the repeated conspiracies against the Pandavas, all these set Yuyutsu apart from within. He learned the use of weapons from Guru Drona and Kripacharya, mastering archery and the art of bloody warfare. He was awarded the title of Atirati. That means he was a warrior capable of facing 12 charioteers at once. But his greatest strength was his understanding and wisdom. When to fight, when to withdraw, he understood this difference in time. When the conch of Kurukshetra was sounded, an unprecedented moment arrived. That was when his soul was tested. On the eve of the war, Yudhishthira announced that anyone who wished could change sides before the battle began. It was at this moment that Yuyutsu declared before everyone that he could not stand among the armies of unrighteousness. He would go to the Pandavas' side because righteousness was with them. At that moment, the battlefield was stunned into silence. There was fire in Duryodhana's eyes and warmth in Yudhishthira's embrace. Yuyutsu chose a bond greater than blood. The bond of righteousness, he joined the Pandavas. This decision not only changed his identity, but also influenced the course of the war as he supported the Pandavas with his knowledge and moral courage. On the battlefield, Yuyutsu saved the Pandavas many times with his bravery and wisdom. His valor was quiet yet impactful. This great warrior, who possessed the strength of 12 chariot warriors, played a crucial role on many major days of battle. On the 12th day, he organized the defensive lines in front of Bhadradatta and his immensely powerful elephant Supratika, cut through the elephant's snare to lead the army out of the encirclement, pushed back the chariots while protecting them from spear attacks, and safely returned the infantry to the protective flanks. This was a testament to his strategic acumen. On the 16th day, he engaged in a fierce battle with Uluka, who was the son of Shakuni. Amidst Uluka's rapid speed, leaps, attacks, and deceptive arrows, Yuyutsu's composure remained unwavering. Uluka managed to escape, and his momentum was broken. On the 7th day, Yuyutsu was badly wounded in a sword fight with Kripacharya. Even then, he did not back down. The discipline of the battlefield was his shield. Self-control was his strength. Yuyutsu was important not only in battle, but also in battles of intellect. He warned the Pandavas of many dangers from time to time. Once Duryodhana planned to poison the Pandavas' water, Yuyutsu revealed this conspiracy to the Pandavas and saved Bhima's life. He foiled many attempts to burn them alive with fire traps. He reorganized the night watches and ensured safe passage for wounded warriors. The fury of his sword and the discipline of his wisdom went hand in hand. This became Yuyutsu's identity. Compassion in attack, dignity in victory. When the war ended, there was massive destruction. All of Dhritarashtra's sons were dead, but among them, Yuyutsu alone survived. This was not just the result of his skill in battle. There were other reasons for his survival as well. The Pandavas recognized his abilities in the reconstruction of Hastinapur, the management of refugees, and governance, and entrusted him with many responsibilities. He also served the elderly Dhritarashtra and Gandhari with humility. Even though he was separated from that lineage, he continued to honor and care for his father and the elders of his family. But then the peace turned out to be temporary. Ashwatthama, the son of Dronakarya, who was burning with anger and a desire for revenge, attacked the Pandava camp at night after the war. He killed the sleeping sons of the Pandavas, the Upa-Pandavas. The entire camp was destroyed. After that, he even used the immensely destructive weapon, the Ashura. In this destruction, the question arises, how did Yudhishthira survive such a catastrophe? This survival happened due to 3 reasons. The first reason was place and duty. After the war, Yudhishthira had assigned Yudhishthira security-related responsibilities. At that time, he was not in the camp, but was engaged in managing Hastinapur and the affairs of the kingdom. That is why he was not included in the target of this massacre. The second reason was Ashwatthama's motive. His driving purpose was to wipe out the lineage of the Pandavas. He was targeting those specific youths and heirs, and Yudhishthira was not part of that targeted group. The third reason, which we also understand in connection with Dharma and destiny, is that the person who, despite being born in Dhritarashtra's house, protected Dharma, perhaps for the very protection of that Dharma, he was preserved by destiny so that future generations could be safeguarded and the reconstruction of the kingdom could be made possible. Even amidst Ashwatthama's Brahmastra and the terrifying events after the war, Yudhishthira survived, and later the Pandavas appointed him as the guardian of the kingdom until Parikshit's reign. He managed the affairs of Hastinapur at the time of Parikshit's coronation. His disciplined and responsible hand was evident in the royal council, border outposts, and the work of peace and rehabilitation. He continued to care for the elders of his family, Dhritarashtra and Gandhari, and also maintained the system of justice for the new generation. Yudhishthira's story teaches us that true heroism is not only found in victory on the battlefield. True heroism lies in making the right decision, even if it goes against one's own family and lineage. He showed that birth does not determine a person's identity. Deeds and righteousness are the true markers of identity. He witnessed many injustices and conspiracies within his own family, yet he never abandoned compassion and duty. And this is just one chapter. There are many more warriors hidden in the pages of history whose tales have been buried under the dust of time. In the next chapter, we will meet such a hero whose very sword would make the empire of injustice tremble, who bowed neither to the fear of friends nor to the might of enemies. He broke through the web of deceit and held high the banner of truth. Who was he and how? His legend echoed through the ages. This will be revealed in the next chapter of the great warriors of the ages. Because these are not just stories, they are indelible memories that even time cannot erase. And now the time has come to awaken them once again.